Good evening and welcome back. Now, I had problems with my microphone this afternoon. Can you hear me? Can I just get a thumbs up or a yes, you can hear me? Let me know if you can hear me before I start. I might have to unplug it again. So I'll just wait to hear from you. So can you hear me? Okay, I got the thumbs up. Does that mean that you can hear me, or thumbs that you like it because you're here? Let me know. Yes, you can. Beautiful. I don't know what happened this afternoon. I went live at 1 p.m. and for some reason the microphone wasn't working and nobody could hear. So it's good that it's working again. I just love technology. Sometimes it can be your best friend, but it can be your enemy as well. Anyway, welcome. So I've got a lot of overseas viewers. So this is when I'm going to start saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. So it's just gone 8 p.m. Sydney time here in Australia. I'm about an hour south of Sydney in Wollongong. My name is Linda. I'm also known as the Psychic Pinup. If you are new here, I do welcome you. If you are a regular, welcome back and thank you for joining me this evening. So if you can just let me know where you are watching from, just pop it there in the comments section where you are. And if you could like and share also, I would appreciate that. Let me know that you have liked and shared by popping that in the comment along with your question or comments. I'll just ask that you put it all in together for me. Otherwise, it's a little bit hard to go back and forth with this. Just to let you know, I am streaming to a couple of different platforms this evening. I am also streaming to YouTube. If you are having any problems there on Facebook, please pop on over to YouTube. It's the same. It's the Psychic Pinup. You should be able to find me pretty easily. And yeah, just let me know how you go with that. Make sure you like and subscribe the page if you are on YouTube. If not, I'm happy to hang out here on Facebook. It's sort of like our enemy, but we love it. It's a love-hate relationship we have with Facebook. It's what's the word that they're saying? A necessary evil too. So hello, Marlene, you're in New Zealand. Jeff, you're from New Zealand too. I've got everybody, all these New Zealand people. I am coming to New Zealand next year. Are you on North Island or South Island? I'm coming to your big expo. Oh, another one, Delwyn from New Zealand. Where are you people all oh my goodness, thank you for joining me. I will be on the South Island in April. There was possibility and there was talk of North Island in January. I'm not sure what's happening there, whether it's happening. No idea. I've just come back from Melbourne. I've been down in Melbourne for the last 4 days doing the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival down there, and I flew back yesterday afternoon, and here I am today. My eyes are hanging out of my head. I am sleep deprived. It is what it is, and I'm looking forward to a rest at the end of the year, let me tell you. So, Marlene, you're Auckland. Okay, thank you. And you're in, okay, so we've got all North Island people. I have a very close connection to Rotorua. I love Rotorua, and I'm hoping to get back there soon. But I think in April I will be on the South Island in Christchurch for the expo there. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, welcome everybody. Let me just see who else is on here watching. We have, okay, Chanel. Hello, Chanel. How are you? Adrian. I've got a number of you watching, but nobody's actually putting their hands up. Okay, all the comments coming there from the Psychic Pinup is from Julie, who is my moderator this evening, and she always gracefully helps me out. I do appreciate her. And so all the comments there are from Julie. They're not from me. I'm just like, yeah. Chanel, the hair. Oh, thank you. Their hair needs a good wash. It comes all the way. If I keep pulling it, it's like Rapunzel. It's all the way down to my backside, and it really needs a good cut. And I've literally just pulled it out from the hairdo that I had all weekend. But thank you. Let me see. Rotorua. I do love Rotorua. Okay. So thanks, Julie. Thank you for helping me. You may hear a little coughing going on in the background there. That's my little one. She's not well. She was home sick today. So I've got her in the bedroom. So hopefully she'll stay in there for the next hour. Now, let's get on to these readings. So I'm slowly starting to wind up for the end of the year. We are pretty much midway through November. I'm just looking at the date, the 15th now. So I'm planning on finishing up around about the 20th of December. And my time slots are quickly filling up for readings. And I've only got one spot left for this week. And I think I've only got about 3 spots left for next week. I'm not too sure how further down I've got left. But just to let you know, my prices will be going up next year from the 1st of January. So if you're wanting to take advantage of the current pricing, I would suggest that you book yourself in now, because I know that I took half a dozen bookings this afternoon, and I think it's just going to get a little bit manic towards the end of the year. I cannot accommodate everybody, so that's what I'm saying. If you're thinking about it, I would suggest that you book yourself in. And that's just the way it's happening at the moment. I'm sorry. I've finished travel. I think I've only got the one more travel day unless something else pops up on what is it? I think around about the 2nd. I think it's the 2nd of December in Goulburn. That'll be my last day in Goulburn for the year as well. So any Goulburn people, I've got 3 spots left, I think, for that day. If you would like to book, it's Friday, the 2nd of December. I'm pretty certain that's the Friday. And that'll be my last travel day. Everything else will be face-to-face at Port Kembla or Zoom readings. After then, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, I will be at the Port Kembla Spiritualist Market also on the following day, on Saturday the 3rd of December. Off the top of my head, I've just got to think of all these things. Then I'm taking about a good 3 weeks off. Well-deserved rest, let me tell you. Okay, who else have we got here? Kate. Hello, Kate is watching from YouTube. Thank you for watching me on YouTube. Not many people get onto my YouTube. I don't even get onto YouTube. All right, who else have we got here? Emily, hello. Michelle, hello. Thank you for joining me. Lisa, hello. All right. Now, this is the way it works on here. If you're not familiar with how I read, I do not answer legal or medical questions on live feed. And also, I do try to steer clear from the mediumship readings on live feed purely because we have a lag on here, and like from when I'm speaking to when you actually hear it, it's approximately a 30-second delay there. And then if I'm asking you questions for mediumship, because I need instantaneous feedback with the evidence that I'm coming through with, it can take up to a minute, and it just gets very takes a long time, and I just try to keep the show going. Now, also, when I do my readings, understand that they are of a general nature with the information that I do give out. As I am aware, we are in a public forum and anybody could be watching this, so I am quite mindful of the information that I do give out. However, you are more than welcome to book in for a private session with me, and you will see the link there down the bottom there, the psychicpinup.setmore.com, and I think there may be a link somewhere there on Facebook too. That will take you straight through to my online booking, and you will be able to see my availabilities and book yourself in from there. Okay. Now, also, I'm attracted to, please don't get upset if I don't read you. I'm literally attracted to who Spirit wants me to be reading as well. And also, I do ask that you put liked and shared. Let me know that you have done that, along with your question or comment. Okay, I do prefer to work with specific questions. Please do not ask me for a general or what do I see coming for you. or anything of that nature. I try to keep them short, quick. Let's get them through so everybody else can get an opportunity to have a reading or an acknowledgement this evening. I'm also open to discussions on psychic development, mediumship development, my opinions on things as well. I like to do these shows so that everybody gets something out of them. So we're not just sitting there doing reading after reading after reading. There's so many other channels that can do that. I like to keep this a little bit more interactive, and I do encourage people to interact with each other as well during these shows. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's get into all of this. All right. Okay, Kate, I'm going straight over to YouTube tonight. Hello, had a dream I was drowning and couldn't breathe. Do you know what this means? Of course, darling, you know what that is too. You just want me to say it. You're feeling stifled and you're overwhelmed, because I feel like there's so much going on in your life that it's a little bit overwhelming. So you do feel like you're drowning. It's metaphorical, if that makes sense. So there's something here that you either needs to give or you need to slow down. And look, you know yourself. Okay, let's look at this. If you felt like you were drowning, let's say a swimming pool, and then, a lot of the times if you relax, you'll float to the surface. So I am hearing the word relax, and so you can float. All right, so that's what I'm picking up there for you, Kate. I'm just going to pull you a quick card for that as well. Okay, I just quickly pulled you the Ace of Cups. Now that's all about new beginnings, new offerings coming in, but also Cups also represents emotions as well, and which sort of like ties into what I think is going on with you and you having this dream about drowning. It's all the emotions that's going on here. And also, funnily enough, you're talking about drowning, water, cups, water, also like goes in hand. Can't make this stuff up. That's what I always say to people, but I'll leave that there for you. Thanks for joining me this evening, Kate. What have I got here? Marlene. Now, I don't know if I have read you. Hang on. Weren't you on this afternoon when I was doing a live this afternoon? I think my eyesight's not the best at most times. And if anybody walks around with me in the city or whatever, I can't see half the time. And people wave at me, and they're doing it to me at the MBS. I'm like this, who are you? What? And I feel like I'm really rude, but I just sort of like, I just can just see the blonde hair. And I feel like I did read for you this afternoon. And you're asking me, is my Prince Charming going to find me after I move? Now, if you were with me this afternoon, the theme this afternoon somehow ended up being all about relationships and romance. Now, I'm going to give you the same advice as well. What are you running from? Okay, I feel like you're running from something, or you're picking up and moving to in search of something. Sorry, I can flip from one thing to another, and it says they give it to me, I'll give it to you. So it's like, what are you running from? But I'm going to come back and ask and just say to you, love will find you when you do this work on yourself. And that was a bit of a theme this afternoon, that there's I'm going to use the word self-worth again, and there's so many of us out there that have been I'm going to use past traumas from relationships that we still have not dealt with, and we have got work to do on there before we are able to be open for a loving relationship. And I do see that you probably fit in this mold as well. You're not the only one, lovely. There's a lot of people out there. And okay, and I'm just being shown April, March. When are you moving? And because I feel like April, March, I keep getting April, March. Is that when you are planning on coming over, or did they say Christmas time for you? Is that right? Christmas. I'm picking up Christmas around there. Either way, I feel like April, March is quite significant for you, honey. Okay. Start of Feb. Okay. March, April. Is heading to a fresh start in February. That's fine, but I'm still saying April, March. There's settling down around April. I'm going backwards. April, March. I mean, March, April. So then, okay, I'm not seeing it through till June. I see a lot of settling down between there and June, and you finding your feet. Okay, but I just see some work to be done on you first, and it's not a bad thing because I just feel like there's been quite a lot of light bulb moments and epiphanies for you as well. So I'll leave that there for you, lovely. Okay, so Delwyn, okay, what do you mean spot on with that? Are you two connected somehow? Are you two connected? Because just let me know. You know, sharing's caring. This in this place. So, Kate, you're welcome. Okay. Right. I need a specific question, please, honey. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, so you were on this afternoon. Well, thank you for coming back. Have you liked and shared my have you liked my page? Okay. I bet everything I just said, you two are on the blower all the time, talking about exactly the same thing. All right, who else have we got on here? I always say to people, you can't make half this stuff up. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for joining me, Delwyn. Thank you. All righty. Okay, Adrian, we're talking again about relationships. When will my queen come into my life romantically? I'm going to ask you, honey, are you actively going out or are you sitting at home? Because I'm seeing a lot of sitting around. I'm not seeing somebody actively getting out and making an effort here. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. But what I see is a lot of people that sit behind computer screens and sit there and try to connect. And we're not doing it organically these days. And that's becoming a bit of an issue I'm finding with a lot of people, that people are not wanting to connect organically. And I feel like that possibly this is something that's happening around you. I don't get out much, so I don't even know what it's like to go out. So just let me know, are you out and about trying to do this organically? Because I'm seeing there's not much of that going on. And if that's the case, I feel like you need to be getting out and doing that a little bit more, honey. Okay. Hello, Kelly. Thank you for joining. How are you, my darling? Okay. Is Gordon is Gordon the healing person I need to be speaking to? Okay. Have we spoken about this, Chanel? Because I'm always going to say when we talk about should I be doing this or is this the person that I need to be speaking to? I'm always going to say to people, what is your gut telling you? And see, I'm very big on education. And it's again, and I'll say this over and over again, we are born with this radar in us, this intuition. And it gets beaten out of us at a very young age by society, parents, school, religion, the whole lot. And then we tend to lose that little bit of confidence, and our ego will step in to protect us, and then we sort of like we're not relying on our intuition. So I'm going to go back and tell me, what is your gut telling you? What is your intuition telling you? Okay. I'm saying yeah, but you've got all these question marks over your head. And I'm going to say, because it's from things that have happened to you in the past, and it's just, again, I'm going to talk about past trauma, past hurt, and you being let down. And I just feel like you're waiting for that disappointment to happen as well. I'm going to say, go with your gut with this, honey. Okay, you know what the answer is. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, thank you. They're saying you do that, then you're going to go to somebody else as well. Okay. Who else have we got here? Okay. Okay. No, it was Curtis. I let go. Right. Okay. See, I read that as somebody as a healer. You're going to healing. Okay. That's the way I read that. That's the way I read it. So they could very well be coming into your life for a reason then. Okay. And people always come into our life for reasons, lessons that we need to learn. And so treat it all as that and think, what do I need to learn from this person? What do I need to learn from this connection? Okay. They're not all bad, honey. So I'll leave that there for you. Okay. So spot on getting out there. I'll be attending my first speed dating. See, I knew you was, I knew it. I always say to people when I sit at these expos, these MBSs, and I'll start coming out with things, and people, the eyes will start going, and I'm like, you can't hide anything from me. So you may as well be open and upfront with me, because there's not much you can hide. So thank you for sharing that with me, and good luck with the speed dating, because I feel like you need to get out more, and it's somebody you're going to meet them organically. Okay, and thank you for joining me. Okay. I can hear my little girl playing I can hear games going. Things us parents do for some peace and quiet for a little bit. Okay, so Adrian, what did you do? Asked myself this question and drew the Eight of Wands again, second time tonight. Well, how many times do you need to draw that card before you start listening to your intuition as well? Okay, so you read tarot as well, do you, honey? It's you're one of us. So those who are not familiar with, I very rarely read. Look, I've got a deck down here, and I just pick up and know. It's more like when you fiddle things, something to do. I tend to channel a lot of information directly, but those who are not familiar with tarot cards, traditionally the Eight of Wands is like a very fast-paced card, and it's all about movement and moving forward and things happening quite quickly. It's also a card of possible overseas traveling overland, or news receiving of news coming in quite quickly from somebody from afar. Oh, Megan, my beautiful friend from Young, I miss you too, darling. Love your work too, and thank you for all that wonderful work that you did for us last weekend out there. Absolute professional. Thank you. You got your cards there, Adrian? Draw me a card. Just draw me a card. I'm interested to know what you draw for me. Okay. Is it Lakita? Because I don't know whether that's a little L or a capital I. I'll say Lakita. When will I move? Lakita, I'm picking up warmer months around you. So where are you in the world? Are you northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere? Because I am picking up warmer months. I'm seeing like the little buds sprouting on plants. So I want to say around about then. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Hope that helps you. So you are Adrian's learning about tarot. Thank you. Awesome. Bought a deck a month ago, just returned from overseas less than a week ago. Loving the tarot and learning and leaning into intuition. Yeah, look, learning tarot is great. It's really great, and I recommend it to anybody. Anybody can learn tarot, but I always encourage people, try not to go by the book and what they like literally interpret each card and the combinations. I'm very big on intuition, and a lot of the times, and those who do have readings with me, they'll see me lay out a whole series of cards, and I very rarely even look at them. I'll sit there and I'll look off and channel, and every now and then I'll be talking. I might look down at the cards, and something might trigger, and then I'm off again. And that's what I encourage people to try to work with your intuition and your gut. Okay, it's like I see it, I'll say it. If I hear it, I'll say it. If I smell it, I'll say it. Taste, say, feel, say. That's how I work. But I'm proud of you. Proud of you. So you're loving the tarot and leaning into the intuition. Keep doing that, lovely. Okay, Megan. Can't wait to work with you again. I don't think we're out there again until June next year, unfortunately. I think, oh, hang on, no, I'll be back out there in March. I will be out there in March, but not for the expo. Oh, yes. You got the hermit for me. That is so appropriate for my life at the moment. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I didn't have a question though, but that's probably me. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Adrian. Oh, I love it. All right, who else have we got here? Okay, who was okay, I've got a cat that's decided to start doing a cat spear right behind me. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I can't block it out. They always say never work with kids or animals, and I've got both here tonight. Okay. Jeff, hello, Jeff. Am I ever going to move to Brisbane soon to live with my brother? Because my fiance and I have separated to each end of the country of New Zealand. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. So that's a breakup, is it, lovely? There's so many changes and shifts with energy and relationships at the moment. So I'm just saying with you, there's so much confusion with you. And I just feel like you don't know whether you're coming or going. And that's what I'm saying. There's all this confusion. I feel like there's things that need to be tied up where you are first. Like, I feel like the seeds need to be planted somewhere. Like, the short answer is I'm going to say yes, but there's all these things that need to happen first before you are able to do that. They are showing me you're quite a grounded person as well. And but I'm feeling like there's something to do with tying up of finances, business, or something like of that nature, possibly even property before you are able to go and do that. They're not giving me a time frame. Oh, yeah, they are actually. They are. Again, I'm picking up the the Aries air sign, not the air sign, the Aries air sign of time frames. So that is mid-March through to mid-April. Aries, during that season, I feel like that's when a lot of those shifts are going to happen for you. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you, lovely. Hope that helps you. Okay, where are we? Yes. Yeah, okay. You got the house. That's why I feel like there was something there that's holding you before you're free to go and do what you need to do. I'm going to say, yeah, I feel like, yeah, Aries season, mid-March through to mid-April, significant there for you. And you are welcome, lovely. Thank you. So are you Kiwi or you Aussie and you're living over in New Zealand? Kiwi. Love it. I've got Kiwi blood too, but Aussie born and bred. So Natasha, hello, lovely. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing. Is it time to end a friendship? Okay. Now, this is where I will always say to people, a psychic and a medium, we should not be telling people what they should be doing. We can see situations and we can offer guidance. Now, I'm being shown here, and I always say to people, everything has an expiry date on it. And as harsh as what that sounds sometimes, I firmly believe everything has an expiry date. And again, I'll say people come into our life for a reason or a season, lessons that need to be learnt here. Karmic. I heard the word karmic then. It's a karmic relationship. So there were things that you needed to learn in that relationship. Okay, and I always say to people, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. I can't tell you whether you should be ending the friendship or not, but I am being shown that there were lessons that needed to be learnt there. And I think you understand what I'm talking about with that as well. Okay, hang on. I've got my little cat that wants to come up here. This is my baby. Now, this little one, come here, darling. She's 17, my beautiful girl. She's my beautiful, beautiful girl. Okay. Can you purr? She's purring, yeah. So she's been with me for many, many years, for 17 years, this beautiful thing. And she's getting really, really old. And I'm trying to make everything so comfortable for her for the final time that she's got with me, because she's getting really, really slow on her feet. And Julie, who is my moderator tonight, she comes over and sits with her when I'm traveling, and treats her like the surrogate mother when I'm not in town. So thank you for looking after her, Julie. But back to you, Natasha. So I hope that answers your question. I think you already know the answers to that. And look, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. And there's nothing wrong. You've got to protect yourself. Okay. And I feel like you're one of these people that also you like to keep the peace, but you suffer because of it, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Oh, my friend Linda is in the house. Hello. How are you feeling now? I've sort of like, I feel like I've hit a brick wall, and I'm a bit sleep deprived. I don't know about you, but I am. Thank you for joining me. Who else have I got on here? Now, those who've just joined, if you are new, I do ask if you can like and share the live feed here. Let me know that you have done that. I've asked that you just pop that in the comment section there, along with your question or your comment. And I try to make this a little bit interactive, so everybody gets something out of these live feeds, not just purely readings. I am open for discussions with spirituality, psychic and mediumship questions as well. And I just like everybody to get something out of this. Okay. Yeah, you're glad to be home. I have not really. Last night was not good. I've probably had about 4 hours sleep, and I was up again at 5:30 this morning. So, Natasha, thank you. You know what you need to do, and be kind to you. Okay, just be kind to you. Who else have we got here? Emily, liked and shared. Will I be remaining in the nursing midwifery field or something different? Now, I know that you do want to change, and I am going to say that, okay, you're one of these people, I feel like you like structure in your life, and I feel like you've been brought up that everything's done the right way. And I feel like you were a little bit hesitant for these changes for fear of people possibly being a little bit annoyed with, not annoyed, but I just feel like you don't want to disappoint people, if that makes sense. And I do see that there is change coming for you. I will say that. And I am seeing with that there is going to be an offer that's coming in with that as well. So I am going to say, when I see that and I see that together, that indicates to me that there's going to be further learning coming up around you. And with that learning that comes the offer afterwards. So I'm going to say yes, it's going to happen. But I just feel like you need to get your head around how you approach that with people, for fear of disappointing people. And you're not going to disappoint people. You need to stay true to you. Okay, that's the thing. And I feel like that this is what's been holding you back, for fear of disappointing other people. So I want you to go and look within yourself with that. And I don't think it's as bad as what you think it will be once you make your decision. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you, lovely. So you're saying yes, 100%. So that's 100% that you do things so you don't disappoint people. Everything has structure and yeah, I'll say the right thing, and there's no such thing as right thing anymore. Okay. Yeah. So thank you. I definitely feel like I'm letting people down in a way if I were to leave nursing midwifery. Why? Why? It's not the case. It's not the case. You need to be happy. You really need to be happy, lovely. Life's short. Okay. Now, I've had 3 major career changes in my life. So I started off in corporate where I worked as a legal secretary, and then I worked in chambers for a barrister as a personal assistant for a number of years with him. And then from there, I went a complete opposite, and I worked, I became a professional photographer and ran a couple of studios, and did a lot of work even overseas as a photographer before here I am now as a psychic medium. So I've had 3 major career changes, and that's okay. It's okay. So, okay, Mel. Oh my God, spot on, M. Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming that you two are all mates and you all talk as well. Lean on each other. Be each other's support group. You know, you should have that very close bond, your tribe. I call it your tribe. And it's, you know, you should all be supporting each other and encouraging each other. Okay, so I think because I've worked hard to get there and now I'm here, I'm like, not for me. And that's okay too. I feel silly for changing after studying for so long. No, not at all. I mean, how do you think I mean, like I studied for 4 years straight photography. I did a diploma and I was for 4 years, 4 years, 4 nights a week for 4 years. I was in class face to face doing a diploma as well as having a full-time job. So I went through all that. So I get the study part, but you know what? I wouldn't change it. You know, like I've got that under my belt. That was an achievement for me. Cross that off. I did it. I completed it. Great. And you have to do these challenges for yourself sometimes. Okay, so no, everything you learn for a reason, lovely. Okay, so don't ever think that it's wasted, because I mean, like, you that will become invaluable for you later on in life as well. Okay, who else have we got here? Yeah, see, there you go. You've all got each other to lean on. You're all coming out of the woodwork. I love it. I love it. You know, I actually feel like Elvira at the moment with the cat sitting here on my lap, and I feel like Elvira. Oh, here we go. Now the photographers are coming out of the woodwork. Gotta love our photography time. See, here we go, another fellow photographer, somebody I used to work with many years ago as well. Okay, hello, Jennifer Scott. Hope you are well tonight. I am very well, sleep deprived, but I will be fine. And I plan on having an early night tonight. Thank you. Excuse me while I have a drink. Now, what's happening here? So let's have a look. I've got a number of you here from young, haven't I? I'm feeling it in my bones. Now, let me just scroll up a bit. Okay, Tina, I'm not doing mediumship tonight, honey. The only reason why I steer clear of, well, you know, unless I've got right here in the middle of a reading, it's only because there's a lag on here that when I give out some evidence, and I need a validation back from you before I continue on. And it goes back and forth for a little bit before I deliver messages. And there's like a 30-second delay. If what I'm saying now, you're not really hearing for another 30 seconds. And then I'm waiting for you to reply. And that can be another 30 seconds. And I'm just trying to keep the show going. So I hope you can understand that. It's not that I don't do the mediumship. It's just I just try to keep this flowing so everybody gets something out of this. But I'm just going to pull you a card, lovely. Have you got? Are you signing some legal papers coming up around you shortly? I'm seeing there's something that you're going to be signing to make something. It's either finalising something or it's tying up of loose ends or something. But I feel like it's quite favourable for you. So it's something a legal thing. Something's official that you're signing. Yeah. So, no, you're welcome, lovely. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, Jessica. Yes, I remember you, Jessica. Weren't you on this afternoon? You on this afternoon? Okay. All right. You're saying no to the document. Okay. I'm going to say yes because I get shown things for a reason. I just feel like possibly you're not aware of it yet. It's all good. It's all good. I just get shown things very, very quickly. Okay, who else have we got here? Here. So what area are you in then? Do you see us moving from the area? And can I just say, I'm seeing you sign something legal to tie up things. And you're going, no. And I'm always like a dog to a bone when I get shown things. I will never deviate. And I'm saying yes. So I'm going to say yes. And that's probably what that is. All right. I am going to say, yeah, definitely, honey. Definitely. Where you've been, there's been a lot of good memories though, hasn't there? And but I am being shown that there is going to be a cut from there, a clean and a move. So there are new beginnings coming for you. And they're talking to me about you manifesting. So I feel like that this is something that's been in the pipeline or something that you've dreamt about for a while or something that you've wanted to do. So that's why I said there is something that you're going to be signing. And I'm going to say it's to do with that. Okay, so I'll leave that there, lovely. Oh, there you go. Looks like you're moving too young. I don't know, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I don't know. I'm just the messenger. So everybody seems to be connected here. Oh, dear. Yes, Tina, it's happening. Better get that pub running. I'm telling you, you are signing something. I'm seeing you signing something legal. You never know what you get when you come into my rooms here. Now, who else did I see there? Who else did I see? Where are we? Jessie, there we go. Jessie wants to know when new love will come into her life. Now, Jessie, I've been talking about this all day on my last live at 1 o'clock. That was the theme, all about people, love lives, relationships, and all seem to have the same theme that we are talking about self-worth and opening up our heart space. And I'm just, okay. Yep. All right. Thank you very much, Lee, for that one. I am being, look, it's going to come, lovely, but I'm just being shown where you currently are at. There's been disappointments. And now, look, I'm quite upfront when I do a lot of my readings. I know Jessie. Okay, so everybody who's watching, I know Jessie, and I'm just being shown these disappointments here. Now, the thing is, I'm being shown you being a little bit too focused on what has happened. And I feel like there's three incidents here or three situations that or something like that. I'm getting the three there. And I feel like that the last one was just like the icing on the cake, or that last disappointment. I am being shown two opportunities coming up for you. All right, two. The thing is, I feel like the one, I want to say the romantic relationship is not near you. Sorry, lovely. I feel like they don't live in the area. I feel like they're possibly a little bit of distance out, and there's a bit of travel to get to them. Not necessarily a bad thing, because I know that you're a very busy person, and I know that you're very focused on career and study as well. So that could work in your favor as well. So I am being shown there's two coming up, and I'm being shown here possibly from a distance. Now, if you want me to get a little bit more specific, because I know now your mum's testing me on that one, I'm getting number 8. 8. So I don't feel like it's in 8 weeks, darling. I feel like it's in the next 8 months, or possibly even around about August there. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you, lovely. Who else have we got here? All right, so all you young people. So Tina, are you from Young, or where are you from? My goodness, this whole live's gone very, very quickly. Very quickly. My cat, can you see her? She's having this beautiful little cuddle with me. Okay. Eliza. What's this about mum? Okay, will mum be okay? Okay, so is mum in hospital at the moment? Is this medical related, honey? Because I'm feeling like it's something to do around that. And who has come in to take over the reins at the moment? I feel like somebody's coming in to help as well. So what they're showing me here, I'm getting a period of time. So I'm assuming that this is a health related issue here, and I'm just being shown that there's other people involved that's coming in to help as well. So, and this is why we've got this lag thing going, and I like to get no grief. Okay, is that what it is? Because I feel like somebody's coming in to help. So is that you that's helping mum? So mum's going through a grief period at the moment, yeah. Because I still feel like there's a health thing that's connected to this. And if she is going through a grieving period, more often than not, sometimes we can, make ourselves a little bit sick as well. Like, because, health is not just to do with physical, it's also mental health as well. So we need to factor that in. And that's where I feel like we need to be going down that road. And they're just showing me that there's somebody coming in to, I want to say, like, pick up pieces, which it makes sense to me now from what you are telling me. But I am being shown that. And look, again, I'm picking up in terms of time frames here. I will say something to do around fire signs. Now, fire signs are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now, look, she may start picking up during the Sagittarius season, which would be, I think it's from next week. I think next week through to mid December. And then the next lot of fire sign is the Aries, which is mid-March through to mid-April. So I'm going to say between those two phases, and there'll be a bit of a picking up with her there. Okay. Was this mum that passed? Because I'm picking up a female around her as well. So just let me know that. But I do see, yes, it will happen, lovely. But I just see a lot of help in the meantime. Okay, so I'll leave that there, lovely. All right. Now, this is really unusual for my cat to be sitting on my lap like this. It makes it a little bit hard. I've only got one hand. It's all right. I only need one hand to talk. Who else have we got? Okay. Where are you? Thank you, and pretty spot on. Thank you. Now, is that coming from you, Linda, or is that coming from you, Jessie? Who's doing the typing? Hey. Right. So you're from Foster. Okay. Yeah, it's going to happen. It'll happen. Okay. Where else are we? Yeah, I thought it was you, Jessie. I hope I answered your question. Thank you. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay, who else have we got there? Delwyn. Okay. I'm loving all these New Zealand people today. Will my son open up and talk to someone about his issues? He's very very closed off. He's a bit of a thinker. I feel like he's been like that a lot in his life growing up as well. Now, I feel like either way, number 6 is quite significant around him in terms of time frames. So those, I know that you're new on my my Facebook page here, but I give out numbers a lot, and they seem to be time frames. People are wanting timings, and like 6 days. 6 is like, it can be like 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. The month of June being the 6th month of the year. So I feel like number 6 is quite significant here around him. Now, I do see that there is a moving forward. The thing is, I feel like that's already started. You may not be aware of that, but I feel like there has been some progress there in terms of him opening up. I am getting, again, another 6 in terms of victory. I feel like he's starting to do that now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm feeling like there has been a bit of a change here. Crossroads, lovely. Yep, crossroads. And I'm going to say the number 6 is quite significant. Could be 6 weeks. I'm feeling more the next 6 months here with him coming to the crossroad and going off on a new journey. But I just feel like where he's at, he doesn't know which path to take. You know, when you get to that crossroad, do I go right? Do I go left? I feel like that's where he is at. And it's like literally when you flick a coin and which way to go. Very hesitant about making decisions as well. I just feel like once he makes that decision, things will change. Okay, but I am picking up a number 6 around that. What's that? Yes, you did. What did I do? I can't remember half the things I say. You know that. What's that, Julie? Oh, yes, I know she is. Thank you. Alrighty, Tracy Carmichael. How do I know your name, Tracy? Have I read for you before, lovely? Will things get better at work? Oh, short answer, yes, but they're showing me that there needs to be a few clean cuts, if that makes sense. So I actually feel like you are going to explore the possibility of actually cutting yourself off and moving on. And I think that you're pretty much at your wit's end now and know that things aren't going to change, and then you're going to start making some decisions here. I don't see it happening between here and the end of the year. Obviously, you don't need to be a psychic to work that one out. It's just too close to Christmas and New Year. We know that nothing really happens over Christmas, New Year, possibly the most of January. So I'm going to be saying around February, you'll be starting to make some decisions around work there. I'm not seeing things getting better. I see that there's going to be a cut somewhere where they cut people out of this business or whatever it is that you do, and it makes things better, or you making the cut and moving on. But either way, I'm being shown that there's cuts that's going to be happening here. Once it's all done, I'm going to say that there's lots of happy. It's a lot more peaceful, put it that way, and happy times. I'm getting number 10 with you. So 10 weeks. When will that take us up to? pretty much the end of January. Is that? Can somebody do the maths there? End of January. I'm getting number 10 there. So I'll leave that there, honey. I hope that helps you. So you're saying that also. Thank you so much. Light and love to you. I hope that's helped you, honey. It's very hard when you can see situations and other people can't. And I'm talking about your son, because you want to help him, and sometimes when we have issues and we just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it can get a little bit frustrating for everybody involved. But I do see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I would like to say number six is quite significant there for you. So hopefully in about 6 weeks, or it could even be like 6 months of work that needs to be done here as well. Okay. So Tracy, you're saying thank you. I think you've hit it on the head. Yeah, it's pretty. I think it hit me in the head, actually, to be honest with you. So thank you for joining me. Alrighty, everybody. So I'm coming up to 9 o'clock here. So I'm going to wrap it up. I've got to get my little one off to bed. She is only 6 and it's 9 p.m. She should be in bed. It is a school night and I am quite tired. So I'm going to wrap it up. If you are watching from Goulburn, I have 3 spots left for my last reading day in Goulburn for the year, which is on the Friday, the 2nd of December. And the rest of my readings will be done in Port Kembla this year or via Zoom. I've only got a handful left for the year, and just to forewarn you that my prices will be going up from the 1st of January. So if you would like to take advantage of my current pricing, I suggest that you book yourself in sooner rather than later, and please don't leave it till the end of the last week before we all go off for Christmas, because I tend to book out a week in advance, possibly even 2 weeks as well. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me this evening. I will be back next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Can't get my mouth around that, aka Sydney time. So 1 p.m. Sydney time, and then again at 8 p.m. Sydney time. So wherever you are in the world, just remember Sydney, 1 p.m., 8 p.m., both of those times. So, hang on. What are we doing, Linda? Okay. Sorry. Can I just retract a little bit? We haven't set a date yet. So watch this space. Linda, Yusuf, and myself will be doing a platform show in December for Christmas. So keep an eye out for that one. We haven't set a date. Once we know, it'll all be up there. If you haven't liked my Facebook page, make sure you've done that so you can keep up to date with what's going on. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I will see you all next week. Thank you. Bye.